Yeah, I mean, that's why I lost my ministry.
Guilty of what?
I molested the girls over there, yeah.
A former missionary admits he molested young girls, yet he's never served a day behind bars.
Well, we tracked him down living in Chesapeake. 10 on your sides, Jason Marks is the lead investigator for us on this story. Jason.
Tom, Alvita, this is a promotional video for New Tribes Mission, an organization which goes around the world teaching the Bible. This happy image of missionaries helping is a far cry from what Leslie Emery admits happened 18 years ago when he worked for the organization. Tonight, both he and one of his alleged victims is talking only to 10 on your side.
It was absolutely horrible.
Chesapeake's Leslie Emery is the first to admit he has a dark past.
If I lie to you, I'm lying to the Lord. And I'm not going to do that anymore. You know, I'm not going to lie to anybody because it's going to catch up with you.
And for 18 years, that past has been catching up with him. What he says he did is so horrible, most of us can't begin to understand.
But you admit you molested.
Gosh, this is back in the mid-'80s. Yeah.
At that time, Emery worked for the New Tribes Mission, one of the largest Christian missionary organizations in the world. According to court records, Emery was a Bible studies teacher and dorm dad at New Tribes Dormitory in the Philippines. You can see him here, surrounded by some of his students. As parents went out to spread God's message, Emery stayed at camp to watch over the children.
I saw somebody that I actually learned to be afraid of, but I couldn't get away from.
And for that same 18 years, this woman has been trying to get over her pain.
And he goes, so you could have still told me no. And he goes, and the phrase I hate most today, silence is consent.
Now the 35-year-old, who doesn't want her identity revealed, is no longer being silent about the agony she's had to live with, all at the hands of Leslie Emery.
Fondly and inappropriate touching was a constant. The rape was weekly.
She says it usually happened late at night and right in front of her roommate. That abuse started when she was only 8, and it went on for another 8 long years.
Knowing now that it was totally wrong, what he was doing, but at the time it was somebody who I couldn't say anything against him, but I couldn't get away from him either.
The victim says then she was too scared to fight, but times have changed, and now she wants $5 million from the organization for all those years of hurt. The lawsuit was filed earlier in the month in Florida, where New Tribes is headquartered.
Did you know about the lawsuit at all?
No, I have no idea.
Back in Chesapeake, 10 on your side was the first to tell Emery about the suit and to confront him about his past.
Why'd you do it?
I was messed up in my mind. I was perverted thoughts. I was messed up.
Emery says the organization fired him in 1993. He came back to Hampton Roads and now lives in this Chesapeake mobile home park.
Of course, the regrets are there. They're always there. I'll die with them.
Emery says he hasn't touched a child since getting back to the States. The lawsuit claims he admitted to New Tribes that he molested 23 children, though he wouldn't give 10 on your side an exact number.
Did you know it was wrong at the time?
Yeah, sure did. But, you know, you go through stuff and you know, you make stupid decisions just because you think it might be worth it, but it's not.
In all fairness, Emery can be apologetic. You see, he's never had to face a judge for any of his alleged abuse.
You never served jail time, though, for this, right?
No, because it was in the Philippines. Yeah.
Should you have?
I should have been shot and killed or hung or electrocuted or something. I should have been gutted. I mean, it was horrible. I know it was horrible.
10 on your side did some digging. Emery was never arrested, which means he was never convicted of any crimes. Thus, he doesn't have to register as a sex offender.
That's just wrong, but the fact that nobody knows his potential, he could live within miles of a school zone. I want to make sure the kids are protected still.
I'm not saying this shouldn't happen to me right now here. I'm not saying that at all, but I'm just saying that it's just...
Do you still deal with those urges?
No, gosh, no. No, the Lord has really helped me purify my mind. And
Yeah, and this is not the first time New Tribes has dealt with allegations of abuse. Last September, the organization admitted more than 50 children were abused in the 80s and 90s at a similar boarding school in Senegal. We had a chance to sit down with the organization to get their response.
We're committed. We're willing to pay for counseling and other related costs to victims because we understand that there's ongoing consequences to abuse that happens. And we are committed to making sure that all of our members are well trained so that they can better protect their children.
And one more thing here, it's important to note that since the alleged abuse happened in the Philippines, it would be up to that government to file any criminal charges. Of course, we'll keep you posted on the lawsuit. Jason Marks, 10 on your side.